it's me, Julia. I'm back again for another kiln opening, and I think it's number 25. So there's not a huge amount in the kiln because it's bowls today, and you know, you can't fit that many in. So I'm going to start off with two pieces from the community kiln. So this one is a little half teapot, but not a teapot, a coffee pot. So this I made in the last one you saw the whole coffee pot. So this one I wanted to make a hanger for the garden, and I'm going to have solar lights coming out of here, so it'll look like they're being poured out. So this one is in 2 coats of Mako birch, and I did like a little, almost like a cobblestone pattern carved in, and then it's just plain on the back. It did crack a teeny bit on the bottom here, but I had left no drainage holes, so it made itself a drainage hole. So that's kind of cute. I'm not sure on this is the school buff that we use at the community kiln, and it's really, when you fire it, the speckles come right out, and it's made the birch kind of speckly, which I'm not overly fond of, but you know, it is where it is. But it'll look cute when it's hanging up in my garden on a night time, because I'll just hang it from the handle like that, and it'll have little solar lights coming out of it. So it's just to find other uses for those molds that I rescued, because you know, the more little things that I can get out of them, then you know, the kind of more I feel good about rescuing them. So that's that one. And the other piece out of the community kiln is another bowl. This one I've done, instead of dots, can you see, I've done like teardrop shapes. So there's almost like a flower pattern going on. So it's just teardrop shapes all over, which I really, really love. This one, a little misshapen, but you know, that's what happens. It was, let me just check because I've got it written down on my phone. Marigold 1 all over, Amaryllis 1 all over, Spectrum Kimchi to here, just 1, and then 2 Mako Flux, and it's very pretty. I wish I'd have done the Amaryllis just to here, because I don't really like the center of speckles. So if that was all plain with that lovely pink sweeping down, I think I'd prefer that. I'm just super critical of my work though, as you know, but how gorgeous is that pink? So marigold, amaryllis, kimchi, and just standard flux, I think it was. I don't think it was honey flux. In fact, no, if I've put flux, it'll just be Mako Flux, not the Amako one. But oh, the pinkiness is just delicious. Actually, I know what I did a little bit extra on it, because I went back the following week and it wasn't fired, and so I just literally swept down a few little sweeps of raspberry mist. I nearly missed that off because it's not on there, because that was the first week, but the second week I went back in and just put it, just a few little sweeps, because I wasn't sure it was going to bring enough pink out of it. But yeah, really, really pretty. Right, so I'm going to go in the kiln now. Okay, did have the sneakiest peek, but it was just a brief, like, second glimpse. So, okay, right. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, right. Where to start? I'll start with this one actually. I'll need to knock it off the cookie. Oh, actually it has dripped a little bit onto the cookie, so I'll have to get that off. This is a little luminary. I haven't done the plate for it yet. This was done in a buff, and it might have been like a speckled buff. I just wanted to do like a nice little luminary for my living room work, put a little tea light in, and it looks pretty. So I did it with a sphere, and it is in Mako Ivy. Now it breaks beautiful over texture. It's absolutely gorgeous. That was just 2 very standard coats, not thick drippy coats, because Mako Ivy just, you know, it is a runner, and even with just those 2, it has run a teeny bit. But anything with holes or channels or anything like that is gonna, you know, it just helps things run. So I did one all over, and then I went in and did all of the inside of the holes, brushed out any excess, and then I did the second one to about there. But yeah, absolutely. I think it maybe is slightly warped. No, I think it's just the way I've got it on the cookie. But yeah, I really, really love that. And in fact, if it doesn't come off the cookie, it's kind of already got its place. I'm not disliking the way that it is. I can always put some colour on this. Let's see how it sits. It sits perfect as well. I might even leave it like that, because if I chip it off, I'm going to lose a little bit, probably. Yeah, it's only in one place, but I might lose a bit because this will be quite weak with having holes in, and as I chip it, it might pull it off. So that may well be it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it like that. It's, the clay does what it wants, you know. I'm happy to go with it. Okay, next. These are the last of the white dot balls. This one I did in, can you see that there? I did it in Honeydew Flux. That's it, just Honeydew Flux. I wanted to see what that would be like. I think I did 2 on the back and then 3 on the front, and it is yummy. It's kind of minty and creamy, and it even breaks over the texture where I've smoothed it in. It's kind of breaking over the texture. I love that. And hang on, it's got no cracks because it's got a lovely tingle. Wow. And it looks so pretty on the bottom where I've gone in and not done the last row. It's kind of left like a flower. I feel like I'm getting a little bit more to grips with this white in this dot style now, but I'm probably not going to do it because there is still that risk. Look at the, was it in the last one where the ball literally broke in half, even though I had glazed the back as well. But that's gorgeous just on its own. Really, really pretty. Just creamy. Gorgeous. Oh, okay, I'll do this one first. Little angel. Okay, so you might remember maybe about, was it about 8 or 10 kiln openings ago, I got one mould. It was the first mould I ever got with this angel, and I couldn't get the wings to mould. So I managed to get a little bit and I fixed it around, and she became just kind of a bit of a hodgepodge. But same again, but this time, because I just pressed the clay in last time, but this time she was slip cast, but I slip cast the wings and they didn't turn out again. So I thought, well, I'll give her some nichrome wire wings. And how pretty does she look? She's not quite the colour I thought she would be, but she's in buff. And I did Spectrum Kimchi because I thought it would come out like a creamy pink, you know, like that floating, because I only did 2 coats, but she's actually much more pink than I thought she would be. And I think it's the buff. When you put the kimchi on with buff, it brings more pink. And then she has a little heart on some nichrome wire, which is the same size as the little heart I cut out here. So it's like she's holding her heart in her hand, but she should sit over a tea light so that this little heart should light up, because it's the only exit for the light. So she's very, very sweet. For her skin tone, I did Amico Poppy with a clear, just a tiny bit of poppy in to kind of pink up the clear, but I don't think there's really a lot of colour in it, but she looks absolutely perfect as she is. And Amico Iron 2 coats for her hair. Sorry, my camera just switched off. Does what it wants. Yes, so that was the iron, Amico Celadon iron, which is a really lovely glaze. But the nichrome wires stayed in. As I put it in, I put a little, almost like a little coil around each of where the nichrome wire goes, because sometimes that can make a crack. And I'm really, really happy with her. I have a little collection of angels and things that I've made and I've collected, and so she will sit with those, looking out to sea on my little windowsill. She's so pretty. I think if I did it again, I would do more of a cream base here so that the heart would stand out a little bit more. But yeah, super pretty. Okay, next. Oh my gosh. Right, let me have a look what this is. Have a look at that. This is very simply 1 amaryllis and 2 kimchi. This is just kimchi on the outside. This is on white. Look at how absolutely delicious. No cracks. Oh my, I think she was the last of the dot balls, the large dot balls specifically, but I think those 2 were the last ones on the shelf with the white, with the dots. And wow, if that's the end of me doing dots with white, what a spectacular end. Look at how gorgeous. Can you see the grains? has amaryllis. Can you see them both there? There's no green in that. No, there's no green in it. But this one, yeah, there's no orange either. This one has greens and orange. So whatever you put it with, those crystals must blend a little with those other components. Wow. Oh, that's just so yummy. And even just the two kimchi, still see all the texture of the dots on the bowl, and it's so pretty. I really love kimchi and sangria. They are just fast becoming my favorites. Oh, I love that one. Because it's not just pink. Oh, this would look really nice in my living room. I've said this before. Like, I have greens in my living room. Oh, and I have a couple of other of my own bowls on the coffee table, and I've been waiting for a third one. I've got a couple of my kintsugi bowls, the pink ones, at the moment in the place that I was waiting for another big one. So I think it might be this one. Yeah, I think it's gonna be this one. It feels so nice as well. It just feels so glossy, and it's weighty, and just I love pottery. I love it when it goes right. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that one there because I've got hang on, I've got a wayward kiln post stuck to my kiln shelf, but that's because I didn't position it correctly, and there's a splodge of palladium on my kiln shelf and I've positioned it right on it. Oh, I forgot to look. Oh my goodness me. Right, there is this little group. Oh, let me get them out. I'll show you these first. This little group of cookies. Okay. Right, yeah, they work okay. So I made some more Oreo cookies. Ah, that one, the lids come off. Right, okay. They're all okay. More Oreo cookies, but this time, instead of doing, because I'd sandwiched buff clay and then I painted white Bellissimo glaze on the centerpiece, this time I used a white clay in the center, and it didn't really like attaching to the buff. As you can see with this one, I mean, it'll glue on no problem, but I re-scored them, re-slipped them, re-scored them, re-slipped them. Some were real little pests. And my son wanted me to make it into a necklace so that he could wear an Oreo cookie. So I put a little nichrome hoop in. These ones, these nichrome hoops I got from Temu because I wanted to see if they worked or not. They were only about, they were less than £4, like £3.50 or £3.80 for about 100, I think. And I wanted to see on something simple if they'd work, because they are quite thin, nowhere near as thick as that nichrome wire, but they've stayed in one piece. You know, like they'll work absolutely fine. And I tried to get it so that the Oreo was up. I have on that side. Yeah, so that's those cuties. I fired them on stilts. I didn't bisque them. I fired them straight from bone dry with the Bellissimo glaze on little stilts, these little triangle stilts, trifecta stilts or whatever, try something. They were just about big enough to sit on the points, and yeah, only one fire in. I like things that only need one fire in. Right, are you ready for the last one? It looks so pretty. Oh, I don't want to look too hard, just in case. This one is in the rich toasted. This is this extra large size. This is the rich toasted with a flat bottom. I love the pedestals, you know, like the little pedestals like this, but, and I don't have a particular size, I just do whatever in the moment. But I've really enjoyed doing some flat bottoms as well. So this is big dots, same kind of size as the dots on that one, and then a little row of small, yeah, and then I've gone around with the glaze. So do you want to know what it is? It is one chun plum, but I poured it in quite thickly, one amaryllis, one sangria, and some flux blossom sweeps. Oh gosh, look at that, is incredible. Today has been about the pinks and the purples. It would seem that the rich toasted brings out the more purple in the sangria, but they look gorgeous. They're all gorgeous. I am absolutely astonished with that one. It looks, there's almost, you know, when you do that, it's almost that Star Wars galaxy kind of thing, isn't it? Oh, let me have a try. No cracks. I forgot all those times with those cracked bowls. I forgot that, you know, your bowl will tell you if it's got a cracking, because if it's got a good ting, it's not cracked, but if it's got like a duller sound, there's a crack somewhere. So oh, which one is my favorite? Oh, the coverage of that one is just amazing. I'm just gonna take it out of the light. Oh, I still love this one though. But I also love this one. Oh, guys, what am I gonna try next? I've done my next kind of balls are really natural raw edge balls, not made with individual dots, with a texture on the back. So I wanted to see how those would work with the white clay. So they haven't been bisqued yet. I'll do that at some point and get another kiln load in. But what kind of colours do you want me to try next? So I'm kind of like quite good, I think, now with pink, some pinky purples. I've done some amazing blues. I've done a couple of greens, I think, but I haven't done too many. Maybe I could try greens next. Put a comment below, what colours would you like me to try to do some combos with next? Because a lot of what I do is for you guys. I love the results, but a lot of what I do is experimenting so that you can see the combos for your own pieces, so that you can see the forms for inspiration. I've had some amazing comments off you guys with regards to that, you know, like it just, you all are so lovely. And on that note, please, if you want to actually see my combos, I put little short videos with the combos, with the glazes that I've used on my Instagram. It's public, so you can have a look. Ceramics by Julia, and it's got like a little one of those dashes in somewhere, but if you just put Ceramics by Julia in, you'll find it, and you'll be able to see all of my pots with the combos on. And if you subscribe, then it'll, you know, my new ones, as I put them on, they'll come up in your feed. So if you'd like to do that, it's also a way that if you do want to message me and you want to show me any pieces that you've been making, you can contact me through there, because I have a few lovely people who have already contacted me and sent me pictures of their gorgeous bowls, especially people who've been inspired by this kind of, like the dot bowls, and a gluggle jug as well. I think it was Tori that did a gluggle jug. So just feel free to hop on over to my Instagram. And I also just want to say, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'm nearly at 1,000. That's my goal for the year. So, like, you know, I might even get there by the end of April with your help. It's just a little challenge for myself. I'm nearly there with the watch hours. And I shall be doing the kintsugi tutorial in the next couple of weeks. I was hoping to get it done today, but I'm just not going to have time or energy for it. So I think that's it. So I will say goodbye for now, and have a wonderful day. See you later, guys. Bye.